Now on Coast TV News.
For the second day in a row, more medical waste on shore, shutting down beaches.
Georgetown's town council providing locals one more opportunity to share their thoughts on a big project.
Well, it's been a cloudy, gloomy, and breezy day on the Delmarva Peninsula, but I am tracking the threat of some heavier rain. I'll have the latest timing in my full forecast ahead.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
More medical waste coming from the ocean. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight with multiple beaches shut down for swimmers as syringes are found on the sand. Now, at this time, there's no word yet on what's caused this medical debris to wash ashore. On your screen now, you can see towns along the coast that have had reports of waste washing up. There are beach closures from Lewis all the way down to Assateague.
In Delaware, if you see debris, you are asked to call Denrec's hotline. We have that number for you right now on CoastTV.com. And the first reports of medical waste were found in Assateague and Ocean City on Sunday.
And with still no word on where it's coming from, the Ocean City Beach Patrol kept the beaches closed today.
In Assateague, signs were put up warning people about the dangers underneath their feet like you see here. Assateague Island's National Park Superintendent explains just how much waste the park rangers found, and it was only in 2 days.
There's enough to where when one of the rangers goes out and starts picking things up, they can very quickly fill a 5-gallon bucket as they walk along the beach.
5 gallons of debris. Hawthorne says the federal government is investigating where all this waste came from.
And let's be clear, it is not just Maryland. In Delaware, as far north as Lewis and south as Fenwick, that waste washed up. Authorities told Coast TV today they have no idea where the waste is coming from, and they're not going to be speculating on its source. At 3R's Beach today, we spotted pill bottles, plastic containers. Some beachgoers said they hadn't seen anything, but still voiced safety concerns about sharp needles. One man, Bob Cooling, was checking the beaches with a metal detector and says he found syringes this week.
Me and my buddy, we were metal detecting for about 4 or 5 hours, and we did find 2 syringes and a little tampon inserter thing, and we picked it up and we threw it in the garbage can, not thinking it was anything major at the time until I got home, and like Sunday I read something about it all.
And about an hour ago, Dewey Beach Town Manager Bill Zolper said that another syringe was found and the beach will now stay closed through tomorrow. All of this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what's your biggest safety concern about medical waste washing on shore?
Let's take a look at the results. So far, a large majority say determining the cause. Because again, to be clear, authorities say they don't know and they won't speculate on where this waste came from. Though 17% are also worried about the danger to people, 5% about the sea life, and 5% about how long until the cleanup is done.
Now, this is easy to go vote on. If you haven't done that just yet, go to CoastTVnews.com or use our Coast TV mobile app.
Headed to Georgetown now. There are big plans there for Town Council to build a new police station and public works building. They want to do it across from Del Tech. Officers say the current location, it's no longer the right spot for a growing town. Council has already hosted 2 of their 3 information sessions on the big project. The last is tomorrow. Georgetown's mayor says he believes the new building would not likely cost the $18 million they're looking to borrow, but some are curious and want to know more.
And I want our local officials, especially our Mayor Bill West, to be honest about why we need such a large and expensive police station immediately.
Mayor West previously told Coast TV he believes the new building probably, again, won't cost as much as they're looking to borrow. If you want more opinions and information on that, you can go to the session Tuesday at 6 p.m.
Happening tonight, alcohol rules under review in Dagsboro. Officials will discuss an ordinance that would regulate alcohol in the town by changing the town code and restricting alcohol sales in restaurants and bars to the hours between 11:30 a.m. and 11 p.m. The ordinance would also set some consequences for serving booze outside of those set hours. We are following the story right now, and we're going to have new developments on Coast TV News at both 6 and 11.
Let's go ahead and take a live look right now outside into Laurel. A little foggy out there. Let's check in with our First Alert meteorologist, Chris Mastrobuono, who's in for Paul on our First Alert weather. Good evening, Chris.
Good evening, Maddie and Charlie. Yeah, I'll tell you what, after days of sunshine and pleasant conditions, we're beginning to see that transition into this unsettled pattern we've been telling you about that we're going to see most of this week. And see the American flag there really ripping there with the wind coming off the ocean. Ocean view right now 71, and those winds are howling, especially at the coast, upwards of 30 miles an hour. Temperatures pretty much holding steady here around that 70-degree mark over the course of your evening. You can see we're pretty much in the low 70s, very cool out there, courtesy of the cloud cover and that persistent east wind. You can see those winds gusting up to 32 miles an hour there in the Indian River Inlet. Well, we are cloudy. Can't rule out a stray shower through the overnight, but we're focusing our attention on this area of low pressure off the Carolinas. That will throw in rain and wind over Tuesday into Wednesday, and I'll break down the latest timing of that system here coming up in a little bit.
Tonight, the Ocean City Council is considering an expensive and extensive makeover of its convention center. $4 million in improvements would include repairs to the roof, upgrading the elevators, and replacing all concrete flooring to more multi-purpose flooring suitable for more sporting events. Something people we spoke with say they are all for.
I think it would be a great idea because it would bring in, I think, more crowd to Ocean City and boost the economy a little bit because all the sports can be played in there.
If the first reading of that bond gets approved tonight by OC Council, it will go to its second and final reading.
New information just in on the second attempted assassination against former President Donald Trump. A man with a criminal history has been arrested and is facing federal gun charges. The suspect has been charged with possessing firearms as a felon and erasing a serial number. The FBI believes he intended to kill former President Trump. NBC's Alice Barr shows us how the acting Secret Service director is in Florida today to meet with Trump as the investigation into who the suspect is continues and a possible motive ramps up.
Keep walking!
New body cam footage released today showing the moment sheriff's deputies brought an apparent would-be assassin into custody. The acting Secret Service director meeting with former President Trump at Mar-a-Lago after the second threat to his life in 9 weeks. The suspect, 58-year-old Ryan Wesley Ruth, making his first court appearance today, so far facing gun-related charges. He's accused of hiding out and pointing a semi-automatic rifle less than 500 yards from where former President Trump was golfing at his course in West Palm Beach, Florida. A Secret Service agent spotted a gunman in the bushes just outside the fence and fired at him. The man took off, but not before an alert witness snapped a picture of his car that sheriff's deputies quickly tracked down.
Did the one witness make it all possible? The answer is unequivocally yes.
Former President Trump was not hurt. In a Fox News digital interview, he blamed rhetoric from President Biden and Vice President Harris, though the suspect's motive remains unknown. The president and vice president, on the other hand, both sharply condemned political violence, calling for more Secret Service support.
Thank God the president's okay. I think we got a full report so far. We're down there tonight. But one thing I want to make clear, the service needs more help. And I think the Congress should respond to their needs if they, in fact, need more services.
As members of both parties call to tamp down heated rhetoric, the investigation is ramping up. Ruth has a long criminal history and has been outspoken in his support for Ukraine. In 2020, he told former President Trump on social media that he supported him in 2016, but called his time in office a disappointment. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
New today, a federal appeals court heard arguments in a case that could decide the future of TikTok. The popular video sharing app's Chinese parent company ByteDance is suing to block a law that would ban the app, saying it would violate the Constitution on First Amendment grounds. The law gives ByteDance until early next year to sell TikTok's U.S. assets or face a nationwide ban. Congress passed the measure with overwhelming support. The court is expected to rule sometime before December 6th.
Sad news today. Tito Jackson, one of the members of the Jackson 5 and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame member, has died. Jackson and his brothers, including the late king of pop Michael Jackson, rose to fame in the late 1960s and 70s with their group. Tito Jackson later started a solo career in 2003 as a blues musician.
Still to come, Left Behind, how Lewis is looking to help keep its beaches organized.
Well, we have ourselves an unsettled week ahead, kicking off with a coastal flood advisory. I'm tracking a threat, some heavier rain tomorrow night into Wednesday. I'll have the latest timing on that with Futurecast here in a little bit.
But first, a story that captivated the world. New today, the hearings in the deadly implosion of the Titan submersible. That's up next.
There's a joy that comes with building your new home. The progress, the completion, and the move-in. At Berica, we specialize in building strong, energy-efficient homes. Custom built in our factory and finished on your lot. Start online today at bericahomes.com.
Feel the rush of adventure and the thrill of incredible savings at Gateway Subaru. Save up to $2,700 on a new 2025 Subaru Outback with financing rates as low as 1.9% for 48 months. Or save up to $2,400 off a new 2024 Subaru Crosstrek with financing rates as low as 1.9% for 48 months. And be among the first to drive the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester. Stop in and reserve yours today. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
Brian was injured in an accident. He wasn't sure how he would get a lawyer because he was out of work and had no income and didn't know how he'd pay. But Brian called us. We took his case on a contingent fee basis. He didn't pay 1 penny until he got his settlement. Lesson of the story, if you've been injured in an accident, you may be able to hire a lawyer now but pay later. Folks, tip the scales of justice in your favor. Call Schwartz & Schwartz today.
Join Club Ocean at Ocean Downs and get $20 free play guaranteed. We ship you not. Then use your card every time you play to earn more rewards. Ocean Downs Casino, where the fun shines.
For every season, every weather moment, stay ahead with the CoastTV First Alert Weather Phone. Just call 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalas, Brockstead, and Federico.
Discover the craftsmanship behind each Berica home. With each factory tour, you'll embark on a 60-minute journey of innovation and precision. Step into a world where your future home comes to life. Call our office to schedule your factory tour today.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
You may remember last year the deadly implosion of the Titan submersible near the Titanic site.
More than a year after it was discovered on the sea floor, the Coast Guard is now set to begin the public-facing portion of their ongoing investigation into what happened.
NBC's Stephanie Gosk takes a look at what's at stake for the investigation.
Nearly 15 months after the Titan submersible began its doomed journey to the bottom of the ocean, today the U.S. Coast Guard will begin the first public hearings as part of their investigation into what caused the tragedy.
This is one of the most complex investigations that I've ever been involved with.
Titan was on an expedition to explore the wreck of the Titanic in June of 2023, when all contact was lost less than 2 hours into its dive. The extensive international search for the vessel and the 5 men on board captivated the world's attention.
And let's get right to the story the whole world is watching, the urgent search for a missing submersible.
4 days later, the remains of the Titan were discovered on the sea floor using a remotely operated vehicle, roughly 1,600 feet from the bow of the Titanic. Officials said the submersible suffered a catastrophic implosion during its underwater descent, killing all 5 passengers.
It is a difficult day for all of us, and it's especially difficult for the families.
The Coast Guard says the purpose of the hearing, which will involve witnesses from all over the world, is to uncover the facts of what happened and make recommendations for future deep-sea explorations.
If there's any detection of a criminal act, we would make a recommendation to the Department of Justice.
The mini-sub was discovered at a depth of more than 2.5 miles, where the pressure is hundreds of times greater than it is on the surface. OceanGate, the Seattle-based company that built the submersible, was heavily criticized over its lack of testing and use of experimental materials. Titanic director James Cameron criticized the sub's design.
The collective we didn't remember the lesson of Titanic. These guys at OceanGate didn't, because the arrogance and the hubris that sent that ship to its doom is exactly the same thing that sent those people in that sub to their fate.
One of the men killed in the sub, Stockton Rush, the founder of OceanGate, addressed those concerns in 2022.
Broken some rules to make this,
I think I've broken them with logic and good engineering behind me. The carbon fiber and titanium, there's a rule you don't do that. Well, I did.
That was Stephanie Gosk reporting. The 2 weeks of hearings will be held in South Carolina and streamed live on the Coast Guard's YouTube page.
Well, we're tracking a threat of some scattered showers really over the next 3 days, and we could even see some heavier rain Tuesday night into Wednesday. Very tropical like as we move into Wednesday as well. I'll break it all down in my full 7-day forecast when Coast TV News at 5 continues.
When you're close to the land and the sea, you can taste the goodness. The historic Lewis Farmers Market brings farms closer to tables. Meet the growers, talk to the people that milk the cows, and pick the perfect peaches. Organically grown fruits and vegetables, sustainable meats and eggs, A2 dairy products, artisan breads, and fresh local seafood.
The historic Lewis Farmers Market is in the park every Saturday from 8 to noon and at Crooked Hammock Brewery every Wednesday from 8 to 11:30 a.m.
Transform your bath today with Baths by Spicer Brothers.
Call now and ask about our Refresh for Less promotion and get a new bath or shower for only $69.95. Plus, get 20% off all upgrades.
Imagine stepping into a beautifully renovated bath designed by our experts and installed by our certified professionals.
This offer is hotter than a sauna and won't last forever. So don't miss out on our Refresh for Less promotion for just $69.95 with 20% off all upgrades.
Before you sign, keep Baths by Spicer Brothers in mind because you deserve the best.
Beachy Furniture.
I think it's pronounced Beach.
Maybe it's Besh.
Welcome to Beshi Furniture.
So that's how you say it.
No matter how you say it, if you're in the market for new furniture, just remember, it better be Beshi. From bedding, dining, and comfortable seating indoors and out, to traditional and contemporary styles for every room in your home, you'll have everyone talking when you hear the name.
It's not pronounced Bichet.
Beshi Furniture, located next to the Mermaid a few miles from the Delaware beaches on US Route 9.
There's no issue where politicians, Republicans and Democrats, have failed more than immigration. A crisis at the southern border, drugs flooding our communities. We need leaders who reject toxic politics and get stuff done. Larry Hogan knows how to get results. In the Senate, Hogan will be the key independent swing vote to secure our border and fix the broken immigration system. He's a proven leader. Larry Hogan for Maryland.
I'm Larry Hogan, and I approve this message.
Pets are cute. Until they're not. Forgive your best friend. It's not clean until it's Stanley Steamer Clean.
Delmarva's hit music station, 102.5 WBOC.
Well, it's Monday and it's gloomy. That's not a good combination, but at least it's dry for now. A live look into Lewis from our Irish Eyes pub and restaurant cam. You can really see the flagpole whipping there. Winds at the coast gusting anywhere from 20 to 30 miles an hour. 72 degrees right now with those cloudy skies. And you can see temperatures right now struggling to get out of the low 70s. And we're going to see temperatures kind of hold steady through the overnight. And then you see those winds whipping 25 miles an hour there in Rehoboth. We're at 30 in Indian River Inlet. And we have that coastal flood advisory in effect through tomorrow. We have a coastal flood advisory continuing into the bay as well. And you can continue to see that onshore wind. And we also have a high risk of rip currents, but not really the swimming weather here over the next few days. So that is certainly good news. But we are dry. Can't rule out a stray shower into the area through the overnight. But here's the main area of low pressure actually making landfall. This is post-tropical cyclone 8. This is the last advisory from the National Hurricane Center. They never named it, but you could see all the moisture being thrown into the Carolinas. And there's the latest track. Not really affecting us directly, but kind of indirectly, if you know what I mean. We're going to see another area of low pressure develop off the Atlantic over the next few days, and that's going to throw moisture into the air. And you can see the Weather Prediction Center has a marginal risk for excessive rainfall into Wednesday. Now, if we look at the primary models we use, generally thinking about a ½ inch to an inch of rain from Tuesday night through Wednesday. In fact, the latest guidance is coming with a little bit even less rain here over that time span. But we're dry, cloudy overnight. Somewhat of a damp night. We're only going to be right around that 70-degree mark. Now, tomorrow, we start off cloudy, mild, A little bit on the muggy side through the afternoon, but we stay mainly dry through the 3 o'clock hour, and then we're going to begin to see those shower chances ramp up into the early evening hours, and then through the overnight, Tuesday into Wednesday, a rumble of thunder possible, a brief downpour, and that will continue into Wednesday, and then we'll just see a few residual showers into Wednesday afternoon, and we're going to continue that easterly flow through Tuesday as well. Now, rainfall totals generally about 1 inch to 1.5 inches through about Wednesday night, and then we could tack on another inch Thursday through Friday. Winds are going to continue to gust out of the east, generally about 20 to 40 miles an hour from Tuesday through Wednesday, and then we'll start to see those winds shift more out of the north. Wave action, generally about 3 to 5 foot waves, so going to see some beach erosion here over the next few days as well. 68 degrees overnight, a cloudy, damp night. Tuesday, mainly dry. We are looking at the rain developing late afternoon through the early evening hours. Steadiest rain early Wednesday, but we keep the shower threat in play Thursday, Friday. Models trying to clear us out by the weekend, but for now we're going to keep the shower threat in play for the weekend as well as those cooler temperatures.
Happening now in Lewis, the city is looking at how to clean up and organize kayaks on its beaches. Parks and Rec is set to hear presentation on building storage for the kayaks. This comes after beach items were left on dune grass, just like you see here on your screen. Here's what's being proposed. Building wooden racks that could hold 4 to 8 kayaks. Each person using the rack would have to pay a $75 annual fee to use it. To learn where the racks could be placed, visit CoastTV.com.
Coming up tonight on the Delmarva Sports Network at 6 p.m., it's your game of the night, Stellar Fights 52. Then it's post-time harness racing at 10. At 10:30, the final score. Then over on DSN Plus at 6, you can catch the game of the night we just mentioned. And at 6:30, you can watch boys soccer, Cape Henlopen facing Hackettstown.
Coming up, how this piece of art in Cambridge is helping tell the story of the Underground Railroad. That's next.
Over 14,000 people per day are affected by water damage in their home or business. Even a small leak from a water heater, washer, refrigerator line, or even HVAC drain can cause lasting damage. Response time is critical. Paul Davis has a team of certified experts on call 24/7 to stop the water, mitigate damage, and work directly with your insurance to quickly restore your home or business. If you see peeling paint, stains, mold, or smell a musty odor, call Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
Weather is sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration, your storm damage experts, here to help now.
1, 2, 3.
Let's get back to business. This is your step 2. What to, what not to. How to get bigger, better. Team Snoop, quit playing, man.
You are flavorful.
The Voice, new next Monday on NBC and Peacock.
Too many doctors treat symptoms, not people. I don't think this man is in a coma. He's in there. If you can hear me, look up. Okay.
Brilliant Minds, next Monday on NBC and Peacock.
Muscle pain slowing you down? Invest in your health and wellness with Hot Spring Spas at Delaware Hot Tub Company in Lewis. Made with top-of-the-line technologies for a remarkable hydrotherapy experience. Clean and easy, 5 times the filtration and self-monitoring that tells you what it needs to maintain natural-feeling water. With personalized control and multi-level seating to target muscle groups and provide comfort. At Delaware Hot Tub Company, we believe your hot tub should take care of you, not the other way around. Visit Delaware Hot Tub Company in Lewis today.
Feeling the summer sizzle? Is it turning your home into a sauna? At FH Fur, we know you can't wait when your AC is down for the count. That's why we're offering same-day service, guaranteed. If we don't make it to you the very same day, you will pay a diagnostic or dispatch fee, plain and simple. So whether your AC is blowing hot air, your thermostat is on the fritz, or your entire system needs replacing, an FH Fur expert technician will bring your comfort back today.
877-CALL-FUR, FHFur.com.
Son, your house looks and smells great. I finally took your advice, Dad. Dry Zone was professional, fast, and reasonably priced. Just like I said. Yes, Dad. They fixed up our crawl space, so no more buckling, cracking, or musty odors. Like I said. Yes, Dad, like you said. Dry Zone. They're the oldest and the best. Just like you, Dad.
Protect your largest investment with Delmarva's local choice, Dry Zone, the oldest and the best.
Brought to you by Dry Zone, your local crawl space experts.
The Harriet Tubman Museum and Educational Center in Cambridge has some new artwork about the Underground Railroad. It tells the story of how two people, Harriet Tillotson and James Bowers, helped to free slaves on Maryland's eastern shore. Tillotson was a freed black woman and Bowers was a white Quaker. The two art pieces have June 23, 1858 etched into them. That signifies when they were both taken by a mob and tarred and feathered for their efforts. The director of the museum says it's unclear when the two met and began their abolitionist work.
We can make this assumption that they were both working to help free enslaved people. So their paths crossed.
The museum director says it's important to tell the stories of everyone who ran the Underground Railroad, not just Harriet Tubman.
Incredible story there. Let's stay in Cambridge. The city says it's still accepting sidewalk repair applications. Here's what that means. City officials have developed the Cambridge Sidewalk Improvement Program. It's a first-come, first-served service where property owners can request the city's help in replacing or fixing damaged or cracked sidewalks. Under this new program, the loans are no interest and paid over 5 years through property taxes. Coming up, basketball superstar Caitlin Clark breaking yet another record. Stay tuned on CoastTV News at 5.
It starts with our oldest family tradition, artisan bread, topped with the finest hand-sliced meats and cheeses. Add in the freshest locally grown produce, but don't forget the In our house, it's not just a hoagie, it's a primo.
Choice Hotels is a family of brands with a hotel for any traveler you want to be. Like #1 Chef Dad cooking up a free hot breakfast for the entire family at a comfort hotel.
Mom made this.
I added the garnish. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Every fall, we say hello to a change in routine and just a little bit of chaos. At Macy's, we're here to help you shift seasons in style with all our newest brands. Your fall favorites are here.
Hello, what's funky, fun, and fabulous? The Pottery Place in Fenwick Island. Explore over 12,000 square feet of fabulous finds, from furniture to gifts, home decor, art, pottery, housewares, and more. New pieces arrive weekly, hand-selected for the ultimate unique shopping experience. Looking for something extra special? Special orders and free local delivery is available.
We have everything under the sun.
There's something for everyone. The Pottery Place in Fenwick Island, Delaware. A family tradition for over 50 years.
We'll do the whole carpet in the whole house for $5.
Wait.
You didn't even know how to do this. I thought you did.
We are family owned and operated, but I don't think either of you are ready to install yet. At Matt the Carpet Guy, we have the best vinyl plank and carpet in stock, bringing our showroom to you so you can feel confident in the carpet you choose. Matt the Carpet Guy in Selbyville and Salisbury, flooring done right.
Catch 54 in Fenwick Island, Delaware is an award-winning waterfront restaurant serving fresh local seafood. Catch 54 features indoor and outdoor dining and serves beautiful, simple coastal cuisine with house favorites including our signature crab cakes, shrimp and grits, and our famous 54 burger. Catch 54 offers delicious, chef-inspired nightly specials, a raw bar, a Wine Spectator winning wine list and monthly wine dinners, and the best happy hour in town. Catch 54 in Fenwick Island, open 7 days a week. See you soon.
It starts with our oldest family tradition, artisan bread, topped with the finest hand-sliced meats and cheeses. Add in the freshest locally grown produce, but don't forget the In our house, it's not just a hoagie, it's a primo.
Caitlin Clark has done it again on Sunday. The Indiana Fever rookie broke the WNBA's rookie scoring record. Clark scored a career-high 35 points in her game against the Dallas Wings. She has now scored just 761 points so far this season, Chris.
Wow, that's a lot of points. Well, we are at 75 degrees in Dover. It's going to be a dry but cloudy evening, falling into around 69 by around 8 overnight. We fall to 68, can't rule out a stray shower. And First Alert weather phone is always on at 443-880-9100. We are keeping a close eye for some heavier rain potentially Tuesday into Wednesday, but we keep the shower threat in play right through the end of the week.
Chris, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
And we'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great night.